Hi guys, I'm here to share a little bit more about my pregnancy journey as part of motherhood. And at 37 weeks, I induced the birth of my second boy, Harmon. It wasn't an easy pregnancy, so I was vomiting almost throughout the entire pregnancy. At 37 weeks, I felt like my back was really in pain and I was always going to the toilet. I did not like feeling sleepy all day, tired all day, lethargic all day. I felt very unproductive at work. And as a funeral director, most of my job involved me being on site to be with the bereaved family members and me being on site to kind of like train my fellow team as well. It was quite a big change for me where I told myself this was a season for me to rest, recalibrate, but it wasn't easy still. So at 37 weeks, because I couldn't take being pregnant anymore, I Twayson, which is like induced. Because my first pregnancy, I also delivered Josiah at 37 weeks. The reason why Josiah was induced at 37 weeks was because back then he wasn't gaining enough weight and the gynae was worried that my placenta was not feeding him enough nutrients. That's why I had to have the inducement. However, so when I went for the inducement this time, it's kind of like different. They will insert a medication into your vagina to try to dilate it, and then they will put oxytocin via an IV drip to try to make your contractions come. So there was also like all the monitors attached to my womb, right, to sort of like monitor the heartbeat of the baby. And everyone told me that your baby is going to be out like within 2 to 4 hours or even 8 hours because I already delivered a baby and your body kind of knows what to expect already. But unfortunately, after 22 hours of labor, my baby didn't come out because my dilation was only stuck at 5 centimeters and didn't dilate more. So I had to go for an emergency C-section, which I was like really petrified. Anyway, I had epidural and the epidural didn't exactly go well. I experienced side effects of it, which was like itching, and my blood pressure went down until I almost fainted. I know it's epic, but my first time around, I didn't have such a situation or such a symptom. But this time around, somehow maybe because my body is weaker, I don't know. But I almost fainted, and the nurses were like, "Hey, stay with me, don't close your eyes." Okay, thank God I didn't. After 22 hours of labor, the gynae said that if you don't go for C-section, there's a risk that the baby might be in danger because every time my contraction started, his heartbeat seemed to drop. And it could be that his own umbilical cord was really strangling him. I was worried. At 37 weeks, all I wanted to do was to keep my baby safe and healthy to have a smooth delivery as well. So, of course, I followed his advice and went for an emergency C-section. Everything went really fast after that. Like, I couldn't even take in what was happening. I was overwhelmed because they just pushed me via a porter into this theater, operating theater. And then within about 15 minutes or even half an hour, I think, the baby was out and crying. Thank God he's safe and healthy. And because of the pain, I was feeling I fainted. I really like just doze off or faint, okay? And I woke up feeling very, very much in pain in a holding room. I remember I felt like I was being banged by a lorry.